So along with dividing our spring flowering perennials such as the iris, daylilies, and peonies, it's also a good time to divide your chives. Now chives actually can stay in place for anywhere from 3 to maybe 5 years before having to be divided. However, if they stay longer than that, what happens is they start to not perform as well. And that's basically what's happened with our chives this year. They just haven't performed as well. And basically they're suffering from overcrowding. Now the time to dig and divide your chives is here in the fall. And it's also a good time, as you're doing that, to pot up a few to put indoors. Now to divide chives, basically you can just dig up the entire clump and start back just a little ways from it. And what we're going to do is go ahead and dig this up and then divide that clump, and you can replant them. And if you have room in your garden, go ahead and replant them in a different location. Now again, chives for optimal performance need full sun. It's also a good idea to put them in a place that has very good drainage, because one of the things that will kill chives is if they are in an area that is not drained well. They will get rot around the crown. So if you've got that full sun, good drainage location, that's a perfect spot for chives. Now on the upside of chives, they're really, if you give them those two things, quite easy to grow. Now I just about have my giant clump, and you can see as you look down at them how crowded the chives really are here. I think I just about have it here. Okay, now what we need to do is divide this clump. And believe it or not, you don't need very many chives to start a new clump. So I can start dividing this, and again, these are kind of like the daylilies. They're very tangled up. What I can do here, oh, looks like we've got a pecan that's also started to sprout down in our chives. That's kind of interesting. But where's my knife? This is what you can do, is just come in here with a knife or something like that and divide that out. And you really don't need a large clump of these to start. So you can give chives to all your friends as well. In fact, about 5, 6 chives in the clump is really all you need. This would be a good size right here to start with. We just kind of get that one out. That's got several chives in there, and they'll go ahead and get started. And you can see how they've been shading each other out. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and plant this in another area. Now at the same time, what you can do is take a few of these clumps, if you would like to have your chives inside for the winter, and pot them up in a pot. And I like to use the clay pots because they get good air circulation down there where the roots are, and a very well drained media here. We've got it amended with some sand, also some bark. And chives aren't real heavy feeders, but they do like just a mild fertilizer. After they've grown in here for a couple weeks, go ahead and come in and very, very dilute fertilizer. Be good to get them started. Now, the interesting thing about bringing chives in to grow them inside, if you've tried this before and brought them directly in and put them on your windowsill, you may have noticed that they didn't do very well for you all winter long. Well, the reason for that is chives actually require a cooling period. So what you need to do is, if you want to pot up a few of these in pots, then leave these out in your garden area, water them, let them grow, and leave them out through the first few frosts this fall. Let all the leaves die down, and really about 6 weeks of a cooling period is what chives need. They go dormant, and then you can bring them inside, put them in a sunny window, start watering them, and they will come out of it and they'll grow very well for you. And that's why a lot of people don't have success with chives, is because they don't let them go through that dormant period before bringing them in and growing them on their windowsill. So you can just pot up a few and again leave them out and let them go through that dormant period. Now, we also will need to plant the rest of our chives, but I wanted to show you a couple of other things in our herb garden The garlic chives, which are just now blooming, remember on those to go ahead and clip them off. And the time to divide those is better in the spring, because right now they're blooming, and early spring before they start to grow again, you could go ahead and divide those. But if you clip those blooms off before they go to seed, you won't have the problem with those that you do of them spreading so much. The other thing that I wanted to show you, just as a reminder, our papilloquolite, which we grew last year from seed. That was one of our new herbs. And remember, it's a cilantro substitute. Now we have two nice big plants here. These came up as seedlings from the seed that we had last year. So the seed is viable. But the thing that I wanted to mention about that is we didn't think we had any papilloquolite in this bed. And it really does not like to germinate and grow until it gets very, very warm. Now it's doing great. So if you plant this next spring, don't give up on it if it's cool, because it really likes that hot weather, and it does extremely well here in Oklahoma.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.